Tokyo, a global city. Contents of this presentation. 1. How is Tokyo described? 2. What is Tokyo known for? 3. What makes Tokyo a global city? 4. Researchers. 5. Resources. How is Tokyo described? Tokyo, known as the Eastern Capital, formerly Edo, until 1868, is a capital city of Japan. It is located at the head of Tokyo Bay on the Pacific coast of central Honshu. It is the focus of the vast metropolitan area often called Greater Tokyo, the largest urban and industrial agglomeration in Japan. History and population. Edo's development into a city did not occur until the Tokugawa period, 1603 to 1867, when it became the capital of the Tokugawa shogunate. During Tokugawa period, however, the imperial family remained in Kyoto, the ancient imperial capital. With the Meiji Restoration of 1868, which ended the shogunate, the capital was moved to Edo. Tokyo's population exceeded 1 million in the late 19th century, and as Japan's political, economic, and cultural center it became one of the world's most populous cities in the 20th century. Climate. Tokyo is built on low, alluvial plains and adjacent upland hills. City's climate is mild in winter and hot and humid in the summer. The early summer and early autumn are rainy seasons. There are 2 or 3 typhoons that usually occur during the month of September and October. Metropolitan area. The metropolitan area is the largest industrial, commercial, and financial center in Japan. Many domestic and international financial institutions and other businesses are headquartered in central Tokyo. The city is an important wholesale center, where goods from all parts of the country and the world are distributed. Government and businesses. The financial hub and a major center of Japanese business activity is the Kasumigaseki district, containing many national government offices. Tokyo has no single central business district, but the city is dotted with urban center, usually around railroad stations, where department stores, shops, hotels, office buildings, and restaurants are clustered. Arts and science. Tokyo displays the art and history of Japan and featured the Tokyo National Museum in Ueno Park. Also, they cite a science museum, zoological garden and 2 major art museums located closely to Imperial Palace. Theatrical works include Everything are performed regularly, and University of Tokyo lists major universities and colleges in metropolitan area. Transportation system. Tokyo is the chief transportation hub for Japan and also the international traffic center. They serve dense network, electric railway, highways etc. The Tokyo Station is in the Central Railroad Terminal for all transactions.
What is Tokyo known for? Tokyo has been a well-traveled destination for decades. Cherry blossoms, Mount Fuji, and sushi grace the postcards and photographs. This thriving, colorful city is famous for many more reasons than one. Tokyo boasts so many noteworthy attractions that it can be difficult to know what it was famous for first. Akihabara. Tokyo is famous for anime, electronics, manga, and video games, and Akihabara is the epicenter of it all. It becomes a jungle of electric lights and colors at night, providing a sensory overload for visitors. Top activities include getting lost, window shopping, and photography. This is where some of Tokyo's quirkiest attractions live. Tsukiji Fish Market. Tsukiji Fish Market is the largest and busiest market in the world. Visitors try to get here by at least 5 a.m. to see the hustle and bustle of the tuna auction. Access is partially restricted to visitors, but the outer region of the market has plenty to see as well. Tokyo Skytree and Tokyo Tower. Both Tokyo Tower and Tokyo Skytree are freestanding broadcasting towers. They are both quite tall and visitors can take a long elevator ride up to look over Tokyo City. The biggest difference between the two is the height, with Skytree being the taller. Ueno Park. Nowadays, Ueno Park is famous for the many museums found on its grounds, especially the Tokyo National Museum, the National Museum for Western Art, the Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum, and the National Science Museum. It is also considered as the home to Ueno Zoo, Japan's first zoological garden. Sensoji Temple. This ancient temple is the oldest and most significant in Tokyo. Next to it are the Shinto and Asakusa shrines, together making up one of the top temples in Japan. It receives 30 million visitors every year, making it the top spiritual site in the world. Harajuku is a region in Tokyo popularly known for extreme fashion and youth culture. The streets are filled with cafes, young fashionistas, museums, and tourist attractions. Most tourists visit to catch a glimpse of gothic lolitas, colorful costumes, and real-life anime styles.
What makes Tokyo a global city? Global cities refer to the major cities in the world that have defining impact on the flow of globalization. Tokyo is one perfect example of a global city. It is a very well-known fact that Tokyo is one of the most diverse and influential cities of the world. There are two major components that makes a Tokyo city a global one. Firstly, a city should have a combination of powerful, strong and unique culture, style and history. History. Japan has a rich history to offer. Aside from its colonization, it also has a major impact in the world when its economy made a miraculous and remarkable recovery after the bombing of the Allied forces in World War II. Culture. Elements of Japanese popular culture, from karaoke to manga comics, anime, and sushi bars spread across the globe. Creative technology products like the Sony Walkman and PlayStation along with the Nintendo DS and Wii have shaped the way the world experiences culture and entertainment. Japanese artists based in Tokyo, whether they are filmmakers like Akira Kurosawa and Hayao Miyazaki or fashion designers like Kenzo Miyake and Reiko Wakubo, have achieved worldwide reputations for the originality and quality of their work. Secondly, it is a city of demographic and economic change. It attracts large foreign businesses and related expatriate communities. Currently top 3 in global economy and top 1 in largest city economy. GDP, $1,520 billion. Area, 2,187.6 square kilometers. Population city proper, 13,960,236. Metropolitan area, 32.5 million. Home to many transnational companies. Tokyo is known as the headquarters to many massive international companies that influences the world in a global scale. Some of these companies are Sony, Panasonic, Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, Honda, and Toyota. In 2019, the number of inbound tourists visiting Tokyo in Japan amounted to around 15.2 million, a record high within the last decade. Tokyo has an advanced transportation system that includes several freeways and/or a large mass transit network offering multiple modes of transportation, the bullet train. It also has the top metro system's biannual passenger ridership with an annual ridership of 3.334 billion in 2013, a 1.25% increase from the previous year. The Tokyo subway is the world's busiest metro system. The 310 km rapid transit network serves the Greater Tokyo area of Japan comprising of 13 lines and 290 stations. The metro system has two operators, Tokyo Metro and Toei Subway.